Welcome back. Well, I have taken my weaving down from my Haida Gwaii home, and now I'm down in my southern home. And of course, I'm taking my weaving and I need to rehang it into a bar loom that I have down here. So, what you'll be seeing is me uh, taking and restringing the robe. I'm not restringing and doing the looped technique there every inch, but every 2 inches I'll restring it on this bar loom. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to read just a little bit of one of my essays that I wrote for the book In the Spirit of the Ancestors, edited by Robin Wright and Catherine Bunn Marcuse. And so I'm just going to read a little bit of my essay. Robe of Sacred Honor. The islands, fjords, and mountainous coastline of the Pacific Northwest are host to more than 20 First Nations speaking distinctly different languages and dialects. Out of the rugged environment and diverse population emerged a complex, stylistic, and sophisticated art. Undulating formline designs wrap symmetrically round objects as grand as monumental totem poles, as simple as the elegant soapberry spoon. The designs served the ancestors of the coastal nation as an implicit language, unlike the spoken languages that kept secrets from each neighboring tribe. This language of visual art used bold statements to be understood by all warriors, wanderers, and traders within the broad Northwest Coast range. The language of Pacific Northwest Coast art manifests in the exquisite Naaxiin textiles. Naaxiin is the word used by the Haida and Tlingit for the formline design chief's robe, now commonly referred to as chilkat. The designs of Naaxiin regalia display the identity, prestige, and power of the owner. Woven form lines of black, blue-green, and yellow create symbolic abstract images of clan crest figures. Kinsmen, as well as members of neighboring tribes, are able to distinguish where each person fits within their social hierarchy. Clan membership and social position is stated by design. Women of the Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian cultures weave the regalia as dictated by painted pattern boards. Men would paint the boards with images inherited by the chiefs and nobility. Ancestral privileges gained by interaction with natural phenomena and supernatural beings were recounted in stories and symbolized in crest designs. The Naaxiin regalia beautifully illustrates these prerogatives. Aprons with designs created from shamans' visions and executed in the weaver's twill twine techniques are thought to be some of the first objects woven in the Naaxiin style. Power from the spirit helpers was channeled through the shaman while dispelling evil spirits and curing the sick. The shaman was aided by the woven image, along with spirit songs and sounds. Woven regalia could display messages of intention as they did when they were designed for warfare. The wives of Haida warriors would weave war belts out of whale sinew. Figures of human beings were woven into the belts, which represented the spirit of future war captives. The visual language of the arts was intended to extend beyond the comprehension of humans. Its images were composed also for the natural and supernatural worlds of sky, forest, and sea. Travelers and warriors wearing design honoring the sky and sea spirit were assured safe and victorious canoe expeditions. Donning a woven pattern honoring the forest and sea beans guaranteed a triumphant hunt. The weavers of the woven regalia held a specialized position within their community. They were transformers, converting raw material, inner red and yellow cedar bark, mountain goat wool, nettle fiber, deer hooves, puffin beaks, marten and sea otter fur, into woven objects of communication amid spiritual and natural realms. Mountain goat wool was one of the primary fibers that made up Naaxiin weaving. Mountain goat spirits were shaman helpers. Hunters inherited or earned the right to pursue the elusive mountain goat. Okay, so I'm getting close to the end there where I am almost finished attaching this robe back onto the loom. And I just wanted to let you know that you can do that. You can take the robe off of the initial loom that you strung 1 inch apart, and if you need to travel, like I often do, I'll take it off and fold it up, and then I'll take it to where I have another loom, and so that is one of the ways you can continually weave wherever you are. So thank you so much for coming to see what I'm up to, and I'll be hanging this robe up and continuing down the sides and down the center, and I'll continue demonstrating for you. So when you get to the end here, you're going to, I haven't started that plaited side braid area. So I'm going through that area and holding it up with the rest of the weaving, even though it hasn't actually been plaited yet. But it's important to give it support as you're weaving the inner area. So it's got to be there, and so you have to, of course, include it when you reattach these things to the loom. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And then it's also a good thing to go beyond your actual weaving object, just to hold the heading cord taut and straight out. And that heading cord will, and often does, have you can use it as ties, or I don't use it as ties. I'll double knot the heading cord, which is a leather cord, and I'll just tie it in a nice clump of knots so that it will stop right there at the edge of the object. And then I add my ties further up into to the center of this robe, because that is where it wraps around your shoulders and comes down over your neck, and then that's where you'll add the ties. So after you do this, watch this now. I'm tying off I think I'm using wax linen, so it's a really strong string that I'm using here, and I'm tying it so that it's anchored. And then I'm going to flip the bar loom in any minute now, and then I will there I go, flipping the bar loom, and then I bring the weaving down so that when I do hang it, it's going to hang straight down from the bar. So you see that I'm taking and giving it some tension there so that it will hang off the bar in a good equal way. So there, I've done it. Thank you again for joining me. Hawa, bye.